I remember Wing Commander. That was a movie. I guess is the best way to put it, right? That was what we call a movie in our day. So, hold on, let's talk about Magnus playthrough. What? Minis. All right. So the plan is simple. Today's stream, we will be attempting to fight Ronan the Great Beast. That is Ronan the Accuser himself. While I'm here, I'm just going to quickly take one of my decks. I made some tweaks to the Spider-Man deck, essentially bringing back out more Relentless Assault in the deck. I just felt like I needed a bit more abilities to actually help and deal with what was coming my way. Because the last time I played, there was a lot of minions. So let's just save this one as Ronan Test 2. Okay. Welcome, peeps. Welcome, all you cool cat ladies and gems. I don't need to call this because we will be streaming this live. So you will see everything live in action. So feel free to tell me what you think as I make my way through this perilous road that we live in. All right. So, with this, let's begin. I might make a tweet actually. Before we do anything else, that's the one last thing. Make a tweet. And Spider-Man. I will put tabletop sim and FFG, and then we'll do a GIF of Ronan. That's a good one. We'll do that. Okay. So, I think I need to put on some music maybe. Maybe some music might help. The problem is if I put music on, I need to like make the music so it doesn't actually show up on the recording. Well, we'll make it work. My great. Unless I just put on some sort of song on loop. something with a bit more. Alright, we're gonna try this. Let's try this one. Welcome everybody to Marvel Champions. We are here with the final campaign scenario, Ronan the Accuser, Expert Mode, Standard Campaign, and this one is a doozy. So, to recap how the setup goes for this one, Ronan starts with Universal Weapon that gives him Stalwart. He starts with the Expert Mode, Kree Supremacy. He also has Cut the Power, comes out as part of the campaign for when he's revealed. This is a 6-cost one that stops us from taking it off the main one. Pincer Maneuver comes out with 7+ if you have it, depending on evasion counters, but luckily we had the right amount. Plus the Kree Command Ship, which is a permanent thing which permanently adds 1 card to the game. The first player is Spider-Woman, as always, so she starts with the Power Stone. Although, because Peter did end the game last game with the Power Stone, he gets a card. We know what card it is. It's You Stand Accused. And which means that basically if he's in whatever mode he's in, he gets a free activation against Spider-Man. So, without further ado, let's begin. Inconspicuous is good. Pheromones isn't the best card right now. We don't need rapid response. Adam Warlock, no. Now, we could play Pheromones if we get rid of the Universal Weapon. And that could be worth it. So I'll get rid of those and see what happens. Ooh, the Venom Blast. Okay. Power for Justice is actually pretty interesting. Like a Power of Justice to 4 Justice. And then still play the Pheromones or something. Spider-Man's cards. Into the Fray. Genius. Web Shooter's not bad. The God Slayer and Black Cat. So, Into the Frays won't do any good here. You'll pay for that in an Iron Heart. That's a tricky one. Probably be something like a Godslayer and a Black Hat. The reason why I kept Godslayer in for this deck version is because Godslayer gives him a 4 attack against Ronan, which will essentially pop the Power Stone of Ronan whenever he gets it. So I'll look at the top card of the deck. It's You Stand Accused, which means if I draw it, he'll attack me again. Okay. That's not terrible. So the first thing off, this has to be... So I have to exhaust the Milan to remove 3 off here. Then I'm going to play a 4 Justice to remove the rest off the Pincer Maneuver. So that this is all gone. Okay. Then I'm going to take 2 damage. Deal myself a face down card to shuffle the Universal Weapon into the deck. That way he's vulnerable And then I'm going to take these two to play a Pheromones. Pheromones will stun and confuse him. So that'll slow him down a bit. Keep the Venom Blast. That's 2 cards. So 1, 2, 3 plus 1 is a 4. So I can either do 4 attack or I can do 4 thwart. I'll do 4 of the Crisis. Peter's turn. I'll use his free resource to play Web Shooter. Flip up. 2, 3 to play Godslayer. Web Shooter plus you'll pay for that for a Black Cat. Okay. Black Cat attacks from 1 and I'll attack for 2. Exhaust the Godslayer for 2 more. So that's 5 damage altogether. Bring on to 31. So you can see the plan right now is to, even if I can swing and I can chunk out 4, 5 damage a turn between Spider-Man and Black Cat. Ready, ready. At May is good. Oh, that's a good card. Also a good card. Okay. Okay, so adds 4 plus 1 is 5, makes it up to a 9. It goes to initiate against Spider-Woman. Can't. Oh, I'm sorry, he actually would have had tough. So I'll just add him 1 more because Black Cat would have popped the tough off. I forgot that. So then he initiates against Spider-Man. He draws a card. What am I looking at here? 3 plus. I'll take it. Fanaticism, that's 2, so 5, 6 damage. Bring him down to 4. And then 2 extra cards. So we're pretty much playing this in Heroic 2, basically. Okay, Ronan the Accuser attacks you. So he comes in. He gets an extra boost card because she does have the Power Stone. She will block for 3. So that's 4, 5 damage. Brings him down to 4. Oh, 1 more, sorry. He takes the Power Stone back. The villain attacks you. Block with Black Cat. The Power Stone is attached to him. Black Cat's defeated. Take the damage of discard 1 card at random from your hand. I swear. For someone who yeah. I wasn't commenting because I saw that was gonna happen. But someone who only has 1 copy of Universal Weapon in his deck, I think. Somehow it always comes up. I shuffle it into the deck and it's well, there you go. I'm I don't understand how it always just happens to show up in my deck. I just don't get it. I just don't get it. But it is what it is. So I'm also gonna turn the music off just because I did feel like it was a little distracting. Welcome to take 2 of our challenge. We'll shuffle up all our cards. This is Ronan Expert Mode Standard Campaign. So we have Crease Supremacy in Expert. Cut the Power as the side scheme with 6 threat. And Pincer Maneuver with 7 threat because we finished with 3 evasion counters on the last one. So okay, so that's what I want to check. Amplify actually does it per card, I think. So if you flip over 2 cards, double the boost. Okay, so let's begin. Pheromones. Oh, before we forget, Ronan starts with tough. Energy for justice. United we stand. Oh wow, wow, wow. Let's get rid of this. Oh my god, this hand is pretty sick. Okay. Target acquires good. Martial prowess is not bad. 5. I don't need Into the Fray. I don't need Relentless Assault. I may even get rid of Tiger. Oh my good golly. I mean, this is kind of crap. But we'll make it work. We'll make it work. Alright, first things first. Let's look at the top card of the deck. It's an Exhaustion. Well, I don't really want that card in my face. But, okay. So this to remove 3 off here. We'll then play a Power of Justice to player for Justice to remove the 4th threat off here. That gets rid of Pincer Maneuver. I'm gonna have to do it. That's the annoying thing. Yeah. I'll take the card. Take 2 damage. And that shuffles Universal Weapon into the deck. Okay. Now we play a Pheromones. So that will stun and confuse him. And then we'll sure gamble the containment immunity to heal up and give myself a tough. That's 3 different aspects, so that's 4, 5. Five is a lot. Makes me want to take it out from Crease Supremacy. But I'm going to do it off Cut the Power. That way it can get taken off pretty quickly. Peter's turn. I can just play a Martial Prowess. Play an Aunt May. Resource to play a target acquired. Flip up. I'm just going to attack just to pop the tough off. Or do I remove Cut the Power? No, I'll pop the tough off. That way in case we draw any of our damage cards. Next turn. Backflip's good. The strength can help for the Helicarrier or the Valence Assault. So we have options. Another Pheromones is pretty good. Hyper Thrusters is going to be big. Getting those upgrades are going to be huge. Alright, so it's 5 on. He will attempt to initiate against Spider-Woman can't. He's stunned. Initiates against Spider-Man. Draws a card. Here's what I'm going to do. Because I know that Spider-Woman this is an exhaustion, so she's going to get exhausted. I'm going to have Spider-Woman block for Spider-Man. 3. That way, when she gets exhausted, she already is exhausted, so it doesn't hurt as much. And that way, Spider-Man can save his backflip in case he gets hit by another attack. 1, 2, and then 1 extra 1 for meats of these. Now we can technically, if we want, although we probably have to get rid of this so that we can start to remove threat of the main scheme. Which, well, Hyperthrusters could do that actually. So, surprise, exhausted, then the card. And it surges. This surges, oh my god. So it's 2 surge cards. When revealed, Ronan the user attacks the player who controls the Power Stone, even if that player is in an alter ego form. If no attack was made this way, this card gains surge. Okay. So he attacks the person who controls the Power Stone, which would be Spider-Woman, so that's 2 cards. What are we looking at here? 3. Spider-Man will block it. So it's 3. Allow them 3. That's a lot. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm gonna backflip out of it. But that way it kind of helps with that. Creep Private. And then Creep Private. Now, the Creep Privates are actually, they're perfect for go toe-to-toe. If they attack from 1, I do 5 damage, it takes them out. Same with Relentless Assault. Okay. Attacks you with a +1 attack, so I draw a card. Ooh, Onrush is actually pretty interesting here. So it's a 4, 7, 8. Okay, that puts me down to 2. Nice. Wait a minute. 4, 7, yeah, 8. Court of God. Now I'm just gonna onrush the On the Hunt. Just to get rid of all that. And then we both take 1 point of damage because of the Rogue Vessel. Which is great because now I can't actually go toe to toe now. Because I would die. Alright. Well. Oh, nice. Escape from the Museum, yeah, that was a fun one. I have to say, the Escape from the Museum was a fun scenario. Which is weird because they sandwich it between Infiltrate and the Nebula one, which is an interesting one. Okay, so I think in my case I'm gonna play Helicarrier. Martial Prowess in this. Well, let's Assault to just get rid of one of the privates. That's all I can do. Flip and heal. Then I at least have a floating thing. Awesome. Thank you for swinging by. I'm gonna try and take on Ronan. My plan is probably to slam against Ronan a bit, and if I don't make any significant progress, probably switch it down to standard and see how standard goes, just so I can kind of get done with the campaign finally, and then start to like play a bit of different mix and match games, like get Starlord out to the table, get Gamora out to the table, and so forth. But I kind of wanted to just get through this initial campaign run. Oh, I can't use... I'm just trying to think if there's any way... No, I was saying because I can't use this. Oh no, sorry, it doesn't say hero action. I'm good. I was like, I'm screwed if I can't actually use that in Alter Ego. So the Helicarrier to play Hyper Thrusters. Hyper Thrusters takes 1 off everything. Actually, I think it would. I think it doesn't, because Cut the Power technically is in play at the same moment. But that's fine, because then I can just exhaust them allow them to take 3 off. Pheromones or Beat Cop? That or Death Focus into Pheromones. Well, Pheromones only gives me a stun. But I think that might be worth it. Death Focus, and then this to play a Pheromones just to re-stun Ronan. That's to keep him stunned again. At least it kind of gives me a little breathing room. And then we'll hopefully get some better draws. Into the fray now. Wow, now I draw all these cards. Okay, this hand is pretty trash, but we'll make it work. Under the Surveillance, that's a good combo. Adam Warlock has potential. I don't know. We'll see. That's a tough hand there. 4 + 1 is 5, puts up to 11. Attempts to scheme, can't scheme. Attempts to attack, can attack. Take 1 damage from the private, and then we're still in heroic 1 land. Kree Commando, okay, gives me something else to hit. And the Headhunter's Henchman, oh great. Unrevealed, Ronan the Accuser attacks the player who controls the Power Stone. So that means he attacks, he draws 2 cards. She's gonna have to defend it. So she only has a... I only played Pheromones last turn, right? Yeah. So she only had 2 defense. Oh, I think she's dead. I think she's dead. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So hold on. 4. These 2 are 2 boost icons. So it'll be 6, 7, 10. Yeah, she's dead. That wasn't even her card. Master Plan Dead to Rights. Nice. Oh, Lord. What is this world coming to? Oh, hey. Now with biking, I can make some. Oh wow, that should actually level me up, and then I can actually get my thing. All right. So, take 3 of fighting the Collector. Not Collector, sorry. Fighting Ronan. The problem is, I don't even think it's the schemes. It's just Ronan, just like the first turn. I feel like you almost have to play defensively on that first turn. But I don't know what that even means, really. Like, see, look at this hand phase, right? I could play under surveillance, but it doesn't do anything for the billion scheme I have to deal with. I could play containment immunity, but how am I going to play that? I'm going to get rid of under surveillance, self-propelled glide, and see what happens. Double rapid response, not what I want to see. Web kick. Okay, Jesus. Safeguard's actually a really good card in this case. Get rid of Tigra. I'm gonna get rid of Toe-to-Toe just because I want to have money to actually play the web kick, hopefully. Didn't really draw into any money, but we'll make it work. Alright, let's take a... I'll shuffle this in case I didn't. Take a peek. But doing Headhunter. I'm not... That's the problem. That's actually a good card. I'm okay with that card. Now, I don't need to play Containment Immunity because I know What's-His-Face is gonna play it. So 2-3 to play a Beat Cop. This to play Inconspicuous. That removes 3. And then exhaust this to remove another 3. Brings down to 1. And then I'll take 1 off with the Beat Cop. So pinch is gone. One has tough. And then I'm going to keep Containment Immunity, so that way next turn I can just play it to give myself a free block to hit it. Then I'm just going to... So I had 1, so that's 2, so I have a 3 thwart. I guess I'll just thwart for 3 off, cut the power. Oh, and I'm going to take 2 damage and deal myself the card to shuffle the universal weapon back into the deck. Alright. Peter Parker's turn. Use his ability to play at May, because we got to get at May out. Safeguard. Draw a card. Everybody gets... 2 people get tough. Which is perfect. And then... attack to break the tough. Then I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, Wing and web kick for 8. Brings him down to 28. Okay. That's progress. And we have an enhanced Spidey sense to hopefully deal with a card. That focus, power of justice. Okay, yeah, we stand. That's a really mismatched hand, but we'll make it work. Alright. Add 4-5 on. Ronan goes to attack Spider Woman. He activates, he draws a second card because she is the Power Stone wielder. It's a lot of damage. 3, 4, 5, 8 damage. It's the tough. Initiates against Spider-Man. He draws a card as a result. Draws a flip set. 4, 5 damage. Eats the tough. And then we go into Heroic 2 land. You get a card. You get a card. And then some extra cards. Because why not? Now we know that the last card is the first card that Spider-Man's going to flip is the attack one. So that might be the one I use my enhanced Spidey sense on. And don't forget, we could technically use this to really get rid of a card if it's really bad. But doing Headhunter comes into play. You stand accused. I'm going to actually exhaust this. Let's be honest, I'm not going to probably play the Queen Carrier to cancel the when revealed effects. I'm hoping that was a smart play. I do not know. The villain and each minion engage with you. Enhanced Spidey sense to cancel that one. Okay. He attacks me with a +1. I draw a card. I don't have what's it called, so I'll just defend it. So he's attacking me with a 4 + 2, so I take 2 damage. The villain schemes. 2, 3. It's not an attack, so it's 2, 3, 4, 5. And then give Ronan the Accuser a tough status and it surges. Great. Attach the enemy with the highest attack. Reduce the amount of damage. You must spend 3 of the same to the highest attack would be Ronan. Okay, that wasn't technically the worst. Oh, the skin actually advanced, sorry. Didn't realize that. So he has the Power Stone. And now we're at 4. Threat can't be removed as long as he has the stone in his hand. Now the issue is, well, there's a few issues really, but the main issue is the Badu Headhunter is kind of in this weird position. Both people are exhausted. I can't really play anything. I have no solutions to either of these threats. I mean, if he gets iron on, that won't help him because the Kree combat armor reduces damage. He has the Power Stone now. So if I play this to play a web shooter to play a spider tracer, and then do I bother going toe to toe on him? Like, what's the point? I guess she could play Thingy. She could play United We Stand. That's a part. That's will at least heal up something, and then she could do that, or she could play. No, it'd be better off just playing Death Focus into Containment Immunity, and that way having the build. I don't think I take the. I don't think I pop the toe to toe. To be honest, as much as I want to. I'll do it. Well, you know, I'm gonna do it. F it. 1 plus 3 is 4. And then he takes 5 back. So, and flip down. Okay, Spider Woman's turn. 1 to play a Death Focus in this Containment Immunity. And then Beat Cop to take 1 off here. And that's it. Oh, I can actually use MA to heal up this turn. Of course, I draw all the cards that I need. Okay. Here we got some, we can do some magic here maybe. 5 on. Schemes. 3, 4, 5, 6, all the way up to 15. Nice, nice. Which is great because we can't have to remove 2. Plus, then we have to actually deal with getting the Power Stone off him anyway. So good stuff. And then he will initiate against Spider Woman attacks. This attack is attack against Overkill, so it's 3, 4, 5 plus 1, 6. It's tough. The Badoon Headhunter activates. Attacks the Power Stone, it already is. So that's 2 damage. And that's it. And then we get the lovely Heroic 1. Oh, Jesus Christ. What is this? Superior Tactics. The Power Stone cannot be unattached from Ronan the Accuser. Attach the Power Stone. If it already is placed 2 more, so it comes in with 6. Oh my god. And then Surges too. Yep, that's game. Just for half it. What was her cards? The to right and the Crew Lieutenant. Nice. It's insane. Like, did they not like think maybe this might be that might be a bit much? Like, I really want to interview whoever. I really want to interview whoever like came up with this campaign thing because it's just insane. Like not even like a little insane, like it's insane. Because I'm like, what planet are these people thinking that you can actually win these fights when it's that much overwhelming? But see, here's the weird part about all this, right? I thought that the group that I had, like the Spider-Woman Spider-Man combo, actually is a pretty good combo. But I may literally have to just go and do standard because only difference is, what would be differences? This may not come out automatically, and this flips over to a lot simpler one. And hopefully that means he's not like destroying my face that viciously. That's the only thing I can think of that may save me. I think the problem is really I think the problem really is the fact that I'm not able to like I don't think I get rid of the weapon the first turn. That might be the play. Keep the weapon on. Because by keeping the weapon off on by keeping the weapon on, I'm essentially making it so that I'm forcing myself to take 3 cards each. Because Spider-Man has a card on him. You know? Okay. Take 4. Let's go. Rapid response, crap. Sure gamble's really good. For justice. Not the best, but we can make it work. Not as bad as this hand. This hand is looking mediocre. This hand's looking pretty rough. It's not getting much better. Not good at all. Okay. Let's look at the top card of the encounter deck to see what we're dealing with. So he's going to attack the player who controls the Power Stone. No, it'll attach the Power Stone. Okay. So. I use this to remove 3 off here. For justice. It needs... No, it needs... It doesn't actually remove 4. That's the problem. Well, actually, we'll be fine. This to remove 3. Sure gamble to play a beat cop. Beat cop to remove 1. So that's 4 altogether. That gets rid of pincer maneuver. Again. don't have a way to get an extra money. I'll just play United. Can I play this? I can play even if it doesn't do anything, right? I'll just play it. That way I have 2 cards, so that's a 3, 4. That's thwart for 4 of here. Okay, Peter's turn. Use his resource plus toe-to-toe plus Ironheart plus a martial prowess to play Nick Fury. Draw 3 cards. Then I'm going to use this to play a web shooter. Web shooter to play a target acquired. And then I have the backflip, and then you'll pay for this for what I need it to be. Nick will thwart for 2 to get rid of cut the power. So now that's gone. And then Spider-Man will attack for 2 to pop the tough off. Okay, this is probably the best start we've had. Both schemes are gone. We can now start working on the main scheme. We have a target acquired. I have a chump blocker. I think we're doing good. However, you'll pay for that just in case. Ooh, not bad. Okay. 5 on. Initiates against Spider-Woman. Draw attacks with 2 cards. Block with Nick Fury. Attack gains piercing. Attach the Power Stone to him. It's a lot of damage. But it does not have overkill, which is important. So Nick is defeated. Initiates against Spider-Man. He draws a card. Ooh, good card. So it's a 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I will backflip that. Okay. And then draws cards. 1, 1, 1. I could have actually done some of those boost cards, but they weren't anything terrible. No. It doesn't even have a 1 reveal thing for me to cancel it. It's literally the worst card to draw. So Fanaticism gives him 3 Fury counters. Basically means his next 3 attacks have overkill and piercing. And there's no way to actually deal with that. So that means he's swinging with a 6+ that I can't stop. Kree Commando. Well, and that's it. Oh, not bad actually. 1 attack, so with a +1 attack. Draw a card. Now would have been a good time for that card. Okay. So 3, 4, 5, 6 plus a card. I'm defending this. So it's 6 plus 3 is 9. The block for 3, I take 6, brings me down to 4. I am going to use a Spider-Man to pay for it. You'll pay for this. To move 5 threat from a scheme of my choice. Ooh, do I go off the Interception or the Kree Supremacy? Keep this on the check. Well, let's see. What's her turn gonna be like? She's got some threat here she can actually work with. So I'm gonna actually go off the supremacy. Chunk it down just quite a bit. Choose to either take 2 damage or discard 1 card from your hand. Or discard 1 card from my hand. And it surges to Shadows of the Past. No, I'm not doing this. No. Because I take the 3 damage, I'm down to 1. Literally down to 1 health. So, like, how is that gonna work, right? It's just like, I don't understand what they're thinking, if that makes any sense. Like, the amount of insanity. I'm just curious, what's Ronan 1 look like? Toughness, and he only has the activation thingy, which means he doesn't have. But cut the power isn't an issue, which means I could take that 6 threat or whatever the threat I used on that. Towards like increase supremacy to what? Because once, and then this would flip as well, which is a lot easier. Because it's just 1 card, it's not an extra boost and an amplifier. But let's try another game. Targeting scanner, yes. Adam Warlock, inconspicuous, yes. Self-propelled, no. Creative Solution is also good because he has tough that keep forgetting to put on. So that would get rid of that. Okay. Okay, we got money. That's a really good card as well to draw. I will get rid of this. And probably the 1 card I didn't want to draw in this particular scenario right now. All right. This is shuffle, this case. Shadows of the Past. Great. Being great. We don't want to do that. We know now. We know. Don't do it. Create a solution. I draw a card, and I'll remove the tough status and deal 3 damage. Take that. Then I'll do this to play targeting scanner. Targeting scanner removes 2. It removes 3 threat. If I control the Milano, I do. So 3 plus this to exhaust is another 3. This brings me down to 1. Then I'm gonna play Inconspicuous to remove 3 threat however I want. 1, 2, 3. So that's gone. And I think all I've played is yellow cards. Yeah, so 1, 2, 3, and I'll throw it for 3 more of here. Okay. Spider-Man's turn. I'm gonna actually start with a black cat. I don't know if that actually makes my life easier or worse. To be honest. To be perfectly honest, I don't know if it makes it easier or worse. Use my resource to play Aunt May. Flip up. I think I web kick. I'm gonna have black cat thwart from 1. I know it might be stupid, but I really want to get rid of this cut the power scheme, just so that it's not in the way. Because God forbid, like a master plan flips over or something like that, and then we just get wrecked. So we're gonna web kick for 8, then I'll attack for 2. That's 10 damage. Brings him down to 23. 23 is pretty good. 23 is not bad. And we have targeting screen, which is going to be a major help for us. Close call is going to cancel some boost icons. This hand is pretty trash. Probably play a Godslayer, maybe if we're lucky. Oh, but this hand... Oh, the sure gamble. I could play a sure... Oh, I could sure gamble the Godslayer out. And then he can just start chunking. Okay. 5 on. Initiates attack against Spider-Woman. Draws 2 cards. Jesus, take the wheel. I'm going to take it. Do I cancel? I'm going to have to cancel because I didn't block it, so... Cancels 3, so it's only... So it does 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I probably should have defended it regardless, either way. So it's 2, so I would have taken 5 damage. Power Stone's yoinked. Initial attack against Spider-Man. Draws a card. I am... Ooh. I'm going to take it like a big boy. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ouch. Ouch. Give Ronan the tough status card. Great. Master plan. Good thing we got rid of that scheme, right? Exhaust Milano, spend double lightning, or discard a card at random. I will... That's really tough. That's really tough. I don't want to exhaust Milano because I kind of want to save that to deal with the attack card over here on this side. I guess I'm going to have to discard 1 card at random. Boom, he attacks me. I will exhaust, spend the resource to cancel the one reveal effect. Discard one card at random from my hand. Could you imagine if he gets rid of Godslayer? I mean, Godslayer's not even that great, to be honest. And then Kree Commando. Okay. Take the lead. So that helped. So here's the question. That is really the main question. Do we play... Because I could play Godslayer, right? And then I could steal the... Power Stone back. But then if I steal the Power Stone, I'm going to flip down into Alter Ego. So that would be bad. So maybe it's better off doing a sure gamble on the webbed up. What do I want to... I guess the target acquired to play a webbed up. So here's the question though, right? Now technically this isn't... Still confused. But either way, I'll have her take 2 damage, take an encounter card to get rid of the universal weapon. Okay. Then she'll attack once to pop the tough off. Deal with that. I don't think Godslayer is going to... So I'm going to use Godslayer to play Web Shooter. Web Shooter. To play Spider Trace on the Kree Commando. Attack the Kree Commando for 2. Flip down here for 4. Okay. Her turn is actually really simple. Targeting screen to remove 2 threat of here. And then I'm going to play under surveillance on the main scheme. And that's best as I can do. Okay. Doesn't say that I can't do a double Spider Tracer. I could technically go double Spider Tracer. Oh my god, hold on. Double Spider Tracer. Into the fray. The 2 off the main and then 6 off anything I want. That's a lot of threat removal. I mean, she's probably dead. We'll see what happens. Oh, this hand is the juiciest hand you will see today. 5 on. Brings up to 12. Initiates against Parker, so schemes for 3 plus another 3 is 18. So it's still advantages anyway. So that was totally useless. Don't know what the point of that was. Really? If he gets a face down boost card, great. This breaks. And he's stunned. Oh, and he schemed for one. Okay. And then double cards. This card gains Surge, Exhaust your Identity, and Surge it. Nice. Quick Strike, I'm not in the thingy. Attacks the player who controls the Power Stone. If no attack was made, gain Surge. But doing Headhunter, Henchman, sorry. Surge, Exhaust, place 2 threat on the main scheme. And it surges. But doing Headhunter. Just to repeat. This is what we're facing right now. If exhaust the Milano, the villain attacks you. And double surge. So if I block, let's just say we block. Because that was actually not that bad. That was 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 damage to defeat Black Cat. And then we get a double surge. Give Ronan a tough status card. Oh, and it surges. And Superior Tactics. And a Quick Commando. So we went through 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 different cards. I don't even know what you're supposed to do. I don't even know how you're supposed to handle this. Like, how are you physically supposed to handle this? I mean, I'm not dead technically. I'm technically not dead, so let's roll with it. 4, this comes in with 6 because that's what we're dealing with. Well, let's remove 3 of here because we can. This to play a Maria Hill. Draw a card. Draw a card. Okay. But not like this is just insanity right now. Do I play a Venom Blast? It's like, what do I play? I mean, he's still stunned. These aren't thwarts, right? No. Problem is I can't thwart the main scheme. But I guess that's not an issue, technically. The question is, do I play Pheromones, Venom Blast, or Containment Immunity? That's the question. I think I honestly play Venom Blast. Well, let's see, hold on. Play a free Spider Tracer. 1, 2, this. 1, 2, 3, this. So I can play a 5 and a 6. 5, 6. Are these thoughts? They're attacks. I think we do it. I'm not even joking. Venom Blast for 5 on the Badoon Headhunter. So that's 3. So now I'm at a 3. Thought for attack for thought for 3. Off here. I'm gonna have Maria just attack just to pop the tough off. Just to get that off done with. Okay. Resource to play Spire Tracer on Badoon Headhunter. Flip up. Web and this to play Relentless Assault. To do 5 damage here. Actually, 1 damage would have gone over anyway, so I'm just gonna retcon that, take 2 off here. So the more overkill damage breaks the tough. And then he's defeated. I remove 3 threat from the scheme of my choice. Has to be here because Power Stone. Oh, that's the problem, isn't it? I can't into the fray him. Because I can't remove threat from the main scheme while he has the Power Stone. I don't know what I do now. Do I enter the fray and take out a private? Or do I enter the fray and take out a headhunter? What's up? Then we think, do we retcon the Venom Blast? I'm gonna still do it. I don't care. Into the fray. It doesn't do anything, but at least it defeats the Badoon Headhunter. Goes to the victory pile. Spider Tracer removes 3 threat of a scheme. Brings it down to 11. Drew a backflip, so that's something. Very colorful hand there. Alright, 5 on. Tries to attack. Stun breaks. Attacks for 2. Attacks Spider-Man. Draws a card. 4. A lot. Just gonna backflip out of it. Takes 3 damage from these guys. What? Tabletop. Okay. And then card. The villain attacks you. Maria Hill will block. Attack gains piercing. Piercing is fine. Overkill is not. Roland the Accuser attacks you with the +1 attack. I will use that and the containment immunity to cancel that effect. Fanaticism. And a universal weapon. No. Sorry, not happening. Not happening. Yep. I think it's definitely what's it called? Definitely a situation where we are just gonna we're just gonna go to standard. Because this is not like it's not even I think it's the encounter though. I don't even think it's this it's the thing. It's just the encounter itself is just makes no I have no phone. What? Oh. It's just the encounter itself makes no like logical sense for how spiky it is. That's what really gets to me. It isn't the fact that it's I mean it doesn't help what's it called, it doesn't help either. The whole idea of there being this insane amount of burst. But I'm like, it can't literally can't do anything against it. It's just uh, I mean you're just like, I don't know how you do it. I don't think you do, that's the thing actually. You know, I don't even think that's I don't know, man. Do I have any need for Barnet? Well, no. Alright. I'm gonna do this in standard. So what this means, nothing changes in that. Standard means we pull out these cards. Oh god, where did you just go? Where did he just go? Okay. So he's got 28 health. Does he start with universal weapon? Oh yeah, I think that's part of the setup, isn't it? Right? Yeah. This goes to standard, so it's 6 plus 6 is 12. This isn't a thing. And then we lose exhaustion on the fire. Master plan. Pincer maneuver still comes out, right? So it's weird. The only thing that happens here is that he gets an additional up to 4 threat on the main screen. So there's no amplify, and there's no. Still has a double card, but at least it's a bit better. There's also no cut the power. So let's see how this works. I'm gonna save this as Ronan standard. Okay. Greetings, everybody, and welcome to Marvel Champions. We are back with the conclusion of the Galaxy's Most Wanted campaign, Ronan the Accuser. We were playing this in standard mode and standard campaign. I was doing some expert runs, and unfortunately, the expert runs was just proven to be a bit of a smacking my head into a wall numerous times. So I'm just going to try and see how it is on standard. The setup is the Power Stone is attached to the first player, in this case Spider-Woman. Ronan starts with the universal weapon attached to him. He also starts with Tough. He has the Kree Supremacy, which comes in with 12 threat and just has the boost icon. And we have a pinch menu that comes in with 7 because we have exactly 3 evasion counters from last scenario. Spider-Man has a use stand accused underneath him because he ended the Nebula encounter with the Power Stone on him. So with that, let us shuffle up our cards. And we will see how this plays. Containment immunity, not bad. Inconspicuous. Oh, okay. I don't want this. I don't want this. I'm gonna just roll with this and see what happens. Not the greatest hand, but well, we can do a lot of threat removal. 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't want the double target acquired. I don't want Ironheart. We'll keep the rest. Alright. So first things first, we'll look at the top card of the deck. It's a Dead to Right Surge. So this card, let's give it an extra boost icon if so. Target acquired might be useful for that. Flip up, we'll play Creative Solution. I draw a card. Oh yes. And get to remove a status. I'll remove Tough and deal 3 damage to him. I'm going to use this to take 3 threat off here. Under Surveillance and Finesse to play a targeting screen. Remove 3 threat off here. I'm going to play it Inconspicuous to remove 1 threat and then 2 threats off the other scheme. Keep the containment immunity. So all I've played are yellow justice cards. So it's 1, 2, and then it's 3 threat off the Kree Supremacy. Peter's turn. I'm going to use my resource to play a web shooter for 3. Or for 1 to get the 3 counters on it. Flip up. I'll use the strength to play a martial prowess. And then the Spider Girl to play a target acquired. So we got lots of money to play stuff with, which is good. And then I'm just going to punch for 2 to bring them to 23. So part of the reason why I'm not taking off the universal weapon on the first turn is because I normally do it on Spider-Woman. They're drawing 3 encounter cards each, and it just makes the board state horrible for me. So I feel like this is going to be a better chance. Okay, the web kick could be possible, but played cheap. Hyper Thrusters is huge right now. Hyper Thrusters into a containment immunity would be great. Okay, so it's 4 on. Initial attack against Spider-Woman. That's 2 cards drawn. I am going to defend it, so I have a 2 defense. So it's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, an extra boost icon, but I'll cancel that. So it's only a 6. So 2 means she takes 4 damage. And he takes the Power Stone back from Spider-Woman. Initial attack against Spider-Man. He draws a card. The God Slayer. Alright. Draws a card. So it's 2, 3, 4. 4 plus a boost. I'm going to defend it. So it's 4, 5, 6. So I only take 3 damage. If I had like a backflip, I would have maybe done it, but too risky. Card, 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 card. One accuser attacks you with a +1 attack. Now I have to exhaust the Milano and spend the resource using the Kree command chip's ability to counter that effect. Kree Private comes in and attacks me for 1. So my dog's being crazy. You stand accused. I'll web shooter. Enhanced body sense that one. caught off guard to discard an upgrade or support you control. I'll discard the web shooter. And then Kree Lieutenant comes in with guard and stalwart. Alright, interesting. That's actually an interesting predicament here. Well, I'll just have to play one to play a Spider Tracer. And then do Martial Prowess, these two, to play a Swinging Web Kick. 8 damage into him. So he's defeated, and I get to remove 3 threat from the scheme. I'll remove 3 threat from this scheme. Okay. Spider-Woman's turn. I'll do this to remove 2 threat of this scheme. I'll play a Hyper Thrusters to remove 1 threat off all schemes. I haven't actually played a card, have I? No. I'm thinking, do I self-propel myself? But what does that do? Doesn't really do anything, does it? But I can't play Containment Immunity. Flip up and just do 1 damage now. Okay. Ready. So we have another web kick. Oh, jeez, guys. Double web kicks and an at May. So we can play a web kick into a flip down at May type combo here. To pop another 8 damage into him. And she's got a lot of damage she can do in terms of, a lot of threat removal over here. So we just gotta deal with the damage, which is an issue. We'll see what happens. Okay. 4 on, brings up to 8. Initial attack against Spider-Man, he draws a card. Onrush is a good card at this stage. I'll defend for 3. So it's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I take 3 damage. Initial attack against Spider-Woman. She'll defend. I think she defends from 1 because she didn't play any aspect cards. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This takes 5 plus 1. She's dead. I just don't get it. You know, it's like, what is going on? Oh, that. I was like, what's it like being in this weird position? I mean, that's the play, right? You have to get rid of Prince of New because it adds 2+ on the scheme. So like you have to get rid of it, right? I'm not just like being crazy. That's the play. To get rid of that one. I'm not even scheming out, just the damage is just. So we'll try this again. After this video finishes. Alright. Welcome again to Marvel Champions Galaxy's Most Wanted. This is the final scenario of the campaign against Ronan the Accuser. We will be doing this in standard mode and standard campaign. So he has 28 health. He starts with the Kree Supremacy with 12, and the Pierce Maneuver comes in with 7. Has a universal weapon, so that basically allows him to be stalwart while he has it. And essentially, that also comes in with tough. But the reason for this is we played a few expert games, and after playing a number of expert games, we realized this is just beating your head into a wall. So we decided to try standard. So let's see what happens. Beat Cop, United, Inconspicuous for Justice. This is a bit of a mishmash hand. Oh god, none of those cards really help me. I'll keep these 3 just in case I draw something. Anything besides those 3 cards. So I'm not quite sure how we're gonna play this, but we'll see what happens. Relentless, Ironheart, target acquired. At this point, I'm just gonna get rid of everything except target and Nick Fury, and just go with them. Because of this, I could play 2, 3, 4 Nick and then draw some cards and hope for the best. So first things first, we'll look at the top card. It is Power Siphon. That's not the worst card, so I might actually take the Universal Weapon off him this turn. Alright. So 3, 1, 2 for Justice. That's it makes it 7, so that clean just gets rid of the Prince of Maneuver. Gone. And then I'm gonna play Under Surveillance. I am going to take the 2 damage, deal myself a card to get rid of the Universal Weapon. Let's get that out of the way. Then I have a 2, 3. I'll thwart for 3 off the side scheme. Peter's turn. Scientist resource plus the strength plus the target acquired. To play a Nick Fury, draw 3 cards. Ooh, the Godslayer has arrived. Flip up. I think we play the webbed up. It'll stop both attacks. Yeah, I think that's the play. Keep the enhanced Spidey sensors to deal with stuff. Play the webbed up. I'm also going to attack him just to break the tough. And then Nick will thwart for 2 of the side scheme. That way, the stat will take care of that. Nick can take a hit. And now we have 3 ways to block damage. I think that's a good play. Okay. Enhanced Spidey Sense. And then we have Pheromone's next turn, possibly. Okay. 4 on. Tries to attack, can't. Tries to attack, can't. So that wraps up his turn. Now it's just cards. 1/1, and then 1 extra for each. I'm going to spend the double lightning, actually. That's taken care of. When revealed, Ronan the Accuser attacks the player who controls the Power Stone. I will... Okay. Double activation, block with Nick Fury. So Nick takes a lot of damage. Exhaust, you may flip exhaust on place 3 threat. I'll flip an exhaust. I'm okay with that. I'm not in a bad position right now. Attack with a +1 attack. I'm going to play an enhanced Spidey Sense to cancel that one. Headhunter, Kree, and I get a Surge. I got minions for days. Alright. Take the lead. Well, the minions for days, none of them have Quick Strike, right? No. Okay. Well, I can use the Milano to remove 3 threat of the main. I can play this to play a Web Shooter for 3 resources. Use 1 to play Go Toe-to-Toe on him. Attack me for 1. Attack, he takes 5 and then attack him for 2. That just gets rid of the Kree Lieutenant. So I'm 1 minion down. Okay. Jessica's turn. She'll look at the top card of the encounter deck. It's a +1, so not terrible. Flip up, and she'll play a Pheromones to stun and confuse him. Ready, ready. Backflip's good. Web kick's also good. 2 web kicks is not good, but we'll make it work. Web kick can take out the henchman, at least, I guess. So, what we need is a sure gamble right now. That would be most juicy. 4 on, brings up to 9. Tries to attack, can't. They will attack for 2/4. I'll just take it. Initial attack against Spider-Woman. We know it's a +1, so it's only 3 damage. I'm at a 2 defense. I'll actually block it, actually. Oh, no, because he's gonna double activate. Yeah. So I will close call this one to cancel all those boost icons. So it's just a 2 + 1, 3. 2 defense is 1 damage. She still has the Power Stone on her. Okay, and then we get 2 cards each. Universal Weapons somehow comes back, always. Get totally confused automatically. Kree Commando. The villain schemes. What timing that was. I'll use the backup to play enhanced Spidey sense to cancel the advance. Just so that we don't deal with that. Give Void and Accuser a tough status card. And it surges. The villain attacks you. What does do? Choose to either exhaust the Milano or place 2 threat on the main scheme. I'll exhaust the Milano? No, I'll place 2 threat on the main scheme. But it's 2, 3, 4, 5. Takes the Power Stone, but I'm not dead. Not dead. All right. Oh, good God. Talk about a monstrosity of a thing. Create a solution, draw a card, remove the tough. I will do 3 damage. To this guy. The problem is I really want to play containment immunity because kind of need to, you know? Like I need to play containment immunity so I can actually heal up a bit and get a tough. Exhaust the Milano to remove 3 threat. One, 2 to play containment immunity. 3 and a tough. Inconspicuous to remove 3 threat off what I want. I'll do 3 off here. And that's it. Spider-Man's turn. 1, 2, 3. Swinging web kick to get rid of the henchman. Just gotta get rid of all these minions that I'm facing here. I have to flip down though, that's the problem. I'll flip down and heal for 3. And hope for the best. Now the web kick. Got a spider trace, so I can do some into the fray action. We got some magic here. Maria, okay. Alright, 4 on. Initiatives against Spider Woman, so it's 2, 3, 4 plus 3, 7. Hits the tough. Schemes against Spider-Man. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Makes it up to an 18. This automatically advances. Nothing we can do about that. Gets a face down boost card because he has the Power Stone already on him. Oh. And then adds 2 more. And there we get the cards. I think you just have to play a second scheme for him. I don't think you can keep him on the first scheme. Quick Strike attacks him for 1. Quick Strike attacks him for 1. The villain schemes. I want to exhaust the Milano and spend the resource using the Kree Supremacy card. to cancel that effect. Fanaticism. Great. That's even better. Okay. I mean, it's better in the sense that I'm not gonna like automatically die. But so let's think. I don't think I have the resources. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I do if I don't play a card. If I don't play endurance, I can go swing and whip kick. He doesn't have tough, does he? No. I can swing a web kick into him to take the power stone off him. Then into the fray here to take 3 threat off the main. Makes it a 3 and a 4. She plays a Maria Hill. Draws a card. We'll see what happens. Magic. I think that's what has to happen. Do I have to attack or anything? I could actually attack into him first, then into the fray to take 5 off. Well, I like that. Attack's better. Flip up. Energy plus endurance, swing a web kick. Does 8 damage into him. So make sure that I didn't do anything. Yeah. That takes the power stone off. I'll attack before I do that, just so I don't pop him that way. Then web shooter plus these 2 to play into the fray. So that's gone. That does 6. So 5 excess makes 5 threat off the main. So it's down to 1. And he's defeated. So he's defeated. I have Power Stone, 1 threat, only 1 minion. Spider Woman's turn. Play Maria Hill. Draw a card. Oh my god! It's the 1 card safeguard. Give everybody a tough. You get a tough. You get a tough. Doesn't matter though because he has overkill and piercing. So that doesn't actually do anything. But actually, I'm gonna give a tough to Maria. Yeah. Okay. And then I'm gonna use this to play Hyper Thrusters. Hyper Thrusters takes 1 off every scheme. She thwarts for 2. I thwart. And that gets rid of Kree Supremacy. So now we got rid of 1 card. There's no threat on the scheme, but we have minions for days attacking us. Flip down. Okay. Well, that might actually be better, because then I won't have to take the hit. Okay. Hoping for the backflip. Hoping for the... Yes! Backflip, you are here, my friend. Okay. Only 4 on, because we got... there's 4 on. Initial attack against Spider-Man. Draws a card. Gets 1, he gets another 1. So this is Overkill, Piercing, plus 3 boost cards, which is 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. I'm backflipping that. Farewell. This guy will attack me for 2. I'm okay with that. I could have actually get rid of Universal Weapon, but maybe next turn. I will scheme against Spider-Woman, so it's 3. Only a 3. 3, 4, 5. And then Badoon Headhunter schemes for 1, 2, 2. And that's everything. So now it's just 1, 1, 1. Move him over. Kree Private comes in. I take a damage. Ronan attacks the player who controls. I am going to exhaust the Milano. Spend 1 using the Kree Supremacy ability to cancel that attack, because that's going to hurt. You stand accused. The villain schemes with a +1. 2, 3. So he has a 4, 5, 6, 7. This scheme literally had 0 threat when we started this. Now it's 2 away from being completely defeated. How does this happen? Where's my hand? Did I not draw up my hand? I have drawn my hand up. Okay. I'm like, what to my hand? It's gone. It's non-existent. I was so confused right there. Two, to play a targeting screen that removes 3 threat of a scheme. 2, to play a 4 justice that removes. These don't have patrol, do they? No. To remove 4 threat from a scheme. Okay. Here for 3. Flip up. You will take 2. And that removes 2 through more threat of a scheme. Alright. Well, that was fun. Okay, Hyper Cannon. Hyper Cannon makes things interesting because I do 1 damage to each minion, to everybody, not this minion. Everything on the board takes a damage. You take a damage, you take a damage, you take a damage, and of course, you take a damage. Oh, this is a mess of a combination, don't we now? The issue is, I don't think I can play MA. Because if I play MA, I think if I play MA, I flip down, right? Heal up. What does that do for me? That potentially, and I have the Power Stone, so he'll double activate. That potentially has me triggering the. How many backflips are in here? 2 backflips? Do I have another backflip? I don't know if I have another backflip actually. The other option is to play the Valence Assault, flip down and heal. Valence Assault into like the Kree Commando. Oh, I play at May. Attack for 3 against somebody. Probably the Badoon Headhunter. No, attack for 3 against one of the 5s. That way, heavy cannon will pop him next turn. And then I think that's the play. Flip down. Play MA. Heal up. Okay. Well, the good thing was I didn't have a backflip, so it was a good thing that I didn't prepare myself for that. Okay. Well, last time, what I played last time? Last time I think I played for Justice, right? Yeah. So I have a 2 defense. Okay, 4 on, brings up to 11. Fanaticism attacks. 2, 3, 4. Well, I have to defend. Maria doesn't actually do anything for me because of overkill and piercing. So I'll block for 2. So it's a 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Block for 2, I take 3. I take 4. Right, sorry. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Block 2, I take 4. Yeah. Tough gets pierced. Counter gets removed. Attack, attack. Maria has to block the Badoon Headhunter. That's 3 damage. Maria's throwing her life on the line. Schemes against Peter Parker. 3, 4, 5, 6. Brings it up to 17, 18, 19. And then there's only 1 extra card. Oh, great. So that flip to acceleration token. Choose 1. Exhaust the Milano, spend 2 physical. I will take a stun. You stand accused. I will. Great. Exhaust the Milano. Someone to that. Spend a card to cancel the win reveal effect of that card. That's game. Oh my god. Like, it's insane. I'm just trying to figure out what. I don't know how this is possible. Like, real talk. I don't know how this is possible. Like, what do you do? Like, I don't understand how you actually. I mean, that was better. Don't get me wrong. It had progress, but I mean, we were still. Oh God Almighty! All right, I'm gonna try another one because that's all we can do. Greetings, everybody, and welcome to Marvel Champions. We are back with the final scenario of Galaxy's Most Wanted, Ronan the Accuser. We are playing this in standard mode, standard campaign. To go over quickly the setup, the Power Stone goes on the first player, in this case Spider-Woman. He starts the game with 28 health and the Tough status card. He also has the Universal Weapon, which gives him Stalwart, and we can get rid of it by taking 2 damage and dealing an encounter card to ourselves. The scheme starts with 4 threat. Kree Supremacy comes in with 12 threat and it has a boost icon. And then we have the Princess Maneuver that comes in with 7. We got 3 evasion counters from the last game, so that's perfectly. And the Kree Command Ship always gives us an extra card, but we can cancel it by exhausting the Milano. Spider-Man does have the You Stand Accused card, because he did end the game with the Power Stone from the Nebula encounter. So with all that, let's begin. Falcon for justice under surveillance. Power of justice. I'm going to get rid of you and you. I'm actually going to keep the apartment, because I might want to play the apartment just to kind of help fish out some cards. Never mind, not going to play the apartment. But it was a good thought. Peter's turn. You'll pay for that. Ooh, the web cake, though. Probably not that you'll pay for that, or the Spider-Man, or the Into the Frame. Double web kicks. Oh, this is a bit of a rough turn of events. We'll see what happens. First things first, look at the top card. Exhaust the Milano, spend. That's not a bad card, so we may use that to actually get rid of the boost icon. Flip up. So I could. Yeah, I was going to play Beat Cop. But instead, I'm going to use this to remove 3 threat. This to play 4 justice to remove another 4 threat. That takes 7 threat off the pincer maneuver. That thing's gone. Then I'm going to use these 2 to play targeting screen. Use that to take 3 threat off this scheme. Then I'm going to do another this to remove. I only have 2, so I have 3 thwart to move 3 more threat off here. Brings it down to a 6. And that's my turn. Peter's turn's going to flip. He's going to attack for 2 to pop the tough. Oh, before I do the Do I do the whip kick or do I do the stun? Play for the damage or play for board control? This is the decision that, like, oh, this isn't that, like, matters right here. 8 damage brings him down to 20, or I can stun him. I will actually, as much as it pains me to do it, I'll take 2 damage, deal myself a card to get rid of that, and web him up. Just, it pains me, but I'd rather get the board controlled than get this for 8 damage that doesn't progress the game. Okay. 4 on, brings up to 8. Tries to attack, can't. Stun, can't. So 1, 1, 1, 1. So it's got a lot of cards on Spider-Man, but we'll see what happens. We're going to attack the player who controls the Power Stone. She's at a 2. She'll still defend for a 2. That's a 2, 3, 4, 5. So 3 damage. Takes the Power Stone. Give one a top status card. And it surges into a creep private that attacks from 1. Not the worst combination of cards. You stand accused. I'm gonna exhaust the Milano and spend the resource to get canceled that effect. Discard a card at random from the player's hand. Was I hoping it was going to be a short gamble, but eviction notice. I'll flip and exhaust. Wait, is this heroic only? Oh, that's heroic only. In that case, no, sorry. But that's heroic. That's a hero interrupt anyway. So here, I'll use this to cancel the eviction notice, which means he attacks me. The +1 attack. Draw a card. I'll defend it. So it's 3, 4, 5, 6. Take 3 damage. Okay. Well, that was fun. That was a lot of fun. This to remove 2 threat off the main. These, wait a minute. I just realized there actually is a minion in play. So I'll Relentless Assault just to get rid of the minion. And then I'll play a web shooter. That way at least she doesn't have to deal with the minion. And then I'm going to play a Finesse. And then use the Finesse to play Inconspicuous. To remove I'm going to remove 3 threat off here. No. 3 threat off here. And I would just put it. At May's good, backflip's good, super safeguard's good, but could have been better next turn. Or the turn earlier. Adam Warlock, Beat Cop. Okay. So 4 on brings up to 7. Initiates attack against Spider-Man. He draws a card. Hyper Cannon. Really good card. Attacks with a 3, 4, plus Overkill. I'll backflip it. Attack Spider-Woman. She'll defend with a 2, 3, 6. She takes 4 damage. Ouch. And we get 2 cards each. Ronan attacks the player who controls the Power Stone. No attack was made. This card surges. The villain attacks you. Attacks me. I draw a card. I'll defend it. So it's a 3, 4. So I take 1 damage. And then this is the Rogue Environment. And it surges to Superior Tactics. The Power Sword cannot be unattached from him. 2/4 comes in with 6. Should I take 2 damage or discard a card random from my hand? I will discard a card random from my hand. Beat Cop. Surges. Kree Commander comes into play. Draws a card. And Fanaticism. Great. Oh, it's also surges, by the way. The villain schemes. 2, 3, 4. Take the lead. We both take a damage. This is impossible. It's called look. Okay. So I can remove how much threat? Well, the problem is I can deal 3 damage to an enemy. That does jack for me right now. Can safeguard to give us both tough, which doesn't even matter because freaking Fanaticism is up. You know? So it's like, you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. Either way. We'll figure it out. Well, we're going to make it work somehow. 3 and 3 is 6, but this has to go off the main. It cannot be unattached from him. I have to take the 3 off here. Because I have to flip down, right? I think I go self-propelled glide to ready. This and this to play a rapid response. Flip down, heal 3. Look at the top card of the encounter deck. It's a +1. Not the worst thing in the world. Spider-Man's turn. Okay. The problem is I have to flip down 2, but then the game's going to advance guaranteed. But it's like we have to, right? There's no way around it because of Fanaticism. Now I could... do this. Play Heavy Cannon. Heavy Cannon shoots. Does 1 damage here. I didn't throw out the main scheme, did I? No. 1 damage here, 1 damage here to pop the tough off. Web shooter to play go toe to toe. He attacks me for 2, hits the tough, but he does 5 damage back, which defeats the commando. Two, 3 to play Godslayer. Flip down Scientist resource. This to heal up for 4. That way I have Heavy Cannon, Web Shooter, and a Godslayer. So next turn I can start slaying once this threat gets removed. But, and we're going to take damage from there as well. Oh my god. I mean, can play cards. What's this require? Get rid of that with the strength. Anyway, 4 on. Brings up to 9. Scheming Town. Scheme. So it's 2, 3, 4. Plus 1 is 5. Brings it up to 14. You advance. You have the Power Stone. You get a face down boost card already. Flip. It's now 4. Schemes. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Brings it up to a 10. But Dune Headhunter comes into play. He schemes from 1, 2, 3, 4. That brings it up to 14. And card. I can't exhaust. That's the problem. I literally can't exhaust. Oh, I have to exhaust. No, I can't exhaust. It has to place 3 threat on. Patrol. This card gains Surge. I have 2 Surges. And exhaust your dandy. Okay. God, Stalwart, and a Cannonade. Comes in with 7. Well, we're not dead. But we may as well be at this point, right? Scientist resource to play that. Heavy Cannon does 1 damage to every creature on the field. And does 2 damage now to the villain. Flip up. It's a first player action, which means I have to be the one that does it. Oh, we both take a damage, sorry. Wait, I can't remove 3 threat, right? This threat can't be removed, but it has to be removed of superior tactics. But I can't remove threat of superior tactics because Into the Fray only does it off. God almighty. And he has universal weapons, so I can't even stun him. We'll use both web shooters to play Spider Girl to stun and confuse the Badoon Headhunter. Attack for 2 on him. And I can play into the fray if she manages to clear out something. If not, I'll use the Milano, but we'll see what happens. Yeah, for 3. Flip up. Target screen takes 2 off. So this plus self-propelled for justice takes 4 off. Okay. Now can we do 3 damage somehow to him? If only I had a God Slayer weapon that could kill him. That could defeat such a beast. If only there was such a tool that was bestowed upon me. You know? But there isn't. Because while the power from threat cannot be removed, it doesn't say not even thwart, this threat can't be removed. So it's a game over. Hands down. I just don't like. I'm trying to figure out what they're thinking with this. Because in my mind, I'm like, it can't be this hard. Right? Like, they wouldn't make it this ridiculously insane. For what reason? But it is. And you just look at it and you're like, what is going on? I don't even know. I think that's the scariest thing about it. Is that it makes no logical sense. But I'm like, then what's the play? Like, unless I go to like Black Widow and like just spam preparation cards, because neither one of them have spy, right? Oh, Jessica Drew actually has spy. Spider Woman's a spy. What the fuck? When was Spider Woman became a spy character? I never realized that. That means she can actually play espionage. Wait a minute, does espionage cancel the search or does it just draw a card? I forget. I think it just draws a card, right? It just draws a card, never mind. I thought it canceled the search. Does anything cancel search? Cancel surge ability. I don't know what this card is like flipping out like that, but whatever. Okay. Breathe, Kimosabi. Bacon pie, bacon pie, bacon pie. Popcorn and bread, popcorn and bread. All right. One more. Why don't we go? Let's do this. Welcome to Marvel Champions. This is Galaxy's Most Wanted, the final scenario. Ronan the Accuser. We're playing this in standard mode, standard campaign, and this one is a doozy. It is incredibly rough. He comes in with the universal weapon, gives himself stalwart, has the standard creed supremacy that has 12 threat on it. Pincer maneuver comes in with 7, and he's just giving us a lot of encounter cards. So with that, let's just hop into the action. Self-propelled rapid response pheromones, creative solution, and another pheromones. I don't want this. I don't want this. Don't want this. Okay. Peter's done. Target acquires not bad. Web kick's good. Double web kick isn't what I'm looking for, to be honest. But I'm gonna, as much as the pain to me, I'm gonna have to get rid of the web kick. Okay. Okay. We can make some of this work. We know this, by the way, is the use and accused, so Spider-Man will be attacked twice this turn. Let's look at the top card of the deck. It is Assault. That's not the... that's a tricky one, because, like, I would like to get rid of that, if possible. You know? Let's see. So we'll play Create a Solution. I draw a card. And I remove a tough. He would have had tough. Takes the tough off. Takes 3 damage. Oh, I drew into a targeting scan on. Jesus. That is... Yep. Okay. If I don't pheromones, what do I play? Nothing. I can't play anything else. So I have to pheromones. So I'll take the 2 damage. Take the encounter card. To shuffle the universal weapon into the deck. Then I'm going to play pheromones. That will stun and confuse. Then I will play targeting scanner. So I'm at a 3 myself. That's a 3. So unfortunately, I'm gonna have to use all these 3 to get rid of this because I didn't have any floating 1 around. Spider-Man's turn. I'm gonna use my resource to play a web shooter. Then play the heavy cannon. Flip up. Use the web shooter to play endurance. Heavy cannon deals 1 damage, yeah. 2, 3, swinging web kick for 8. Plus 2 is 10. Brings him down to a 14. 14. No. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14 That doesn't make sense. Hold on. 28 minus 1 from heavy cannon. Oh, minus 3 from... Yeah, 14. I forgot about the creative solution. I'm like, why is he... How did he take 14 damage this turn? 3, 1, yep. Okay. So he's down to half health already. Ready. Toe-to-toe, relentless. Good minion busting cards. Not terrible. Plus we have the heavy cannon, so we can make work on some minions. Inconspicuous, we can play... We got some leeway here. Okay, 4 on. Tries to attack, stun, breaks. Initiates attack against Spider-Man. He draws a card. Gonna bend it. I'm gonna take this one actually. 2, 3. So 3 damage. Card. So we have 3 encounter cards each. Cause 1 from this one, plus the ones that we had to begin with. The villain attacks you. So it will have double face down cards. I will defend for 2. So it's a 2, 3, 6. Take 4 damage. He steals the Power Stone. Cut the prison. Choose the exhaust. I'll place 2 threat. So just take it. I'll take 2 damage. Analysis. Anything on rush. Anything. No. Fanaticism comes into play. And it surges. Shadows of the Past. We'll have to definitely use the ability of the ship to cancel that. And that's all taken care of. Okay. Attack Spider-Man. Draws a card from the ability. So it's 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to defend. 5. That's 5 damage. 3. I take 2. This comes in and surges. This patrol. I will exhaust one. I can't spend double lightning. I can't discard 1 card at random from the first player's hand. There goes that card. All those go away, and we take the damage from the rogue vessel. Okay. Well now. What's this magic at work here? Web shooter. Toe-to-toe. Take 2 damage from him. He takes 5 damage back. Then I'm going to play Relentless Assault. That makes him up to 10. 4 damage goes over, brings him down to 10. This is defeated. Heavy Cannon does 2 damage. Brings him down to 8. And then we're just going to play a target acquired. and the web shooter. This will remove 2 threat of this scheme. Maria Hill. Thwart 2 of this game. Flip down. Let's look at the top card of the encounter deck. 1. So 2, 3, 4, 5. That means you'd be swinging out of 5. So I'll take 2 damage from the attack. But as best as I can do. Okay. Ready. I don't want the tiger. Now technically, if we backflip, I don't need the power. I'll keep it because I didn't draw a lot of justice cards yet. So we may draw into it. I was exhausted by yeah, because I couldn't even heal him. Okay, 4. Initiates attack against Spider-Man, draws a card. 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll backflip it. Tries to scheme. Confused. Breaks it. 1, 1, 1, 1. Another fanaticism. Well, I guess that's fine. Because it just means that they both take counters off at the same time. Right? Yeah. And then got damage from the thing. Yeah, right? That just means that they take damage. That just means that they tick off together. But it also means that his attack now is a 2, 3, 4, 5 plus. It can't actually be stopped. Targeting screen, take 3 off. Heal for 3. Genius to play rapid response. Before that, let's look at the top card of the encounter deck. 2. So that means the thing gets me would be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's going to be a 7. I can't take that. I don't know what to do about that. We'll see. Okay. The what for 2. She comes back in with a rapid response. I draw a card. Like, there's no way around me getting my, like, shit pushed in right now. So Milano spend 2 resources to get rid of the rogue vessel. I guess. This Power Stone should be... Should this be Honor still? Maybe. I think so. Yeah. Okay. Now I can play either Jessica or Inconspicuous. I can play Jessica, she can take 3. Doesn't really help me here. But I use the cannon. Everybody takes 1 damage, including him. I can, in theory, F it. 2, 3. Attack for 2. Here. Thwart for 2. Okay. Spider-Man's turn. Use a web shooter and the helicarrier to play Relentless Assault. 5 damage here. 1 damage goes over. He's in the victory display. Okay. Oh, I can't throw the main skin with him in play, can I? That's fine, because I can do all this without that, or would have. But I can all do that without him. So that's fine. Like all the 2 Relentless Assaults and Heavy Cannon could have been done on Jessica's turn, so it would have been fine. Okay. So now that literally gets rid of both of those. That's 6 health. Obviously, I need to play MA. I'm going to attack for 2. That way, I'm hoping that next turn I can into the fray him to maybe knock some threat off. Flip down Scientist Resource to play at May, heal up for 4. Oh, you. The backflip and the onrush. How do I I just realized, how do I survive this? I don't, right? There's no way for Spider-Woman to survive this attack. I think. Two, 3, 4, 5. Six, 7. Block for 2. Even though I block for 3, she's dead. Schemes for 2, 3, 4, 5. 1. And then she's dead, so 2 encounter cards. Pencil, and you know what's up? Game over. What the hell, man? Like, I understand them like wanting to make this hard, but this is just borderline unfun. I'm sorry, like this is borderline not even fun. And I was thinking of doing this with fucking what the faces, Rocket and Groot. Could you imagine that? That would literally be impossible. that would actually be impossible. Does the espionage cards help at all? Let's think. Do they help at all? They don't, because they just give me a card. They just allow me to draw cards. They don't let me actually cancel anything. Which I think is the issue, really. Is that because I still don't get to cancel anything with those. I'm still like, at that point, just dead still. Minions? You think it's like Hawkeye doesn't help at all. It's fanaticism. That's the problem. It's fanaticism is the issue. Gains overkill and piercing. That combined with how many attack cards he has in the deck means that he literally can just destroy you. And it's just you sit there and you're like, what is going on? You know, like how is this possible? I think we may have to go back to the drawing board. Because at this point, none of these. I don't even know if this is possible. Like, real talk. I don't know if this is actually physically possible. Let's look at the cards. Now we do have agile flight, which would mean if it moves 5 threat from schemes I want, but I have to have aerial, I only get area from my self-propelled glides. We could put in crisis of that's not any crisis icon, that's the problem. Cancel its boost icons. Doing a scheme activation. We could put impede in. Remove 3 threat, you can bounce it back into your hand. I think as much fun, as much joke as this gets from like the Team Covenant people, I think the play, no joke, is Spycraft. I honestly think it's Spycraft. I think we do Spycraft, and that way Spycraft will play only if you control a spy character. When you reveal a counter card, it says when you reveal it. So that means she has to flip the fanaticism, not Spider-Man. I may have to put Spycraft in. Because right now my issue is fanaticism is my issue. I cannot stop fanaticism from attacking, basically. Fanaticism is the one that's just constantly crushing everything. So, if I could, in theory, use fanaticism, I mean, if I could use Spycraft to actually get cancelled, what else is bad? Can I cancel any encounter call with Spycraft? I can cancel any, so I could cancel like side schemes and stuff, like the ones that make him so he can't actually. You do get another card, which usually usually the point is, there's no benefit to it because you just get another bad card. But this day and age, it's like, well, you know, at this point, you're fine. At this point, like, if it means you don't have to get hit by one of the most horrendous cards in the deck, then so be it. Maybe we just like become heyday streamers, you know? I like how the docs after spending 14,000 takes a day and 7 hours. 31 hours after spending 14,000. You would think they would make it instant, right? Okay. So I think Spycraft is definitely might be a useful card here. So let's think. I think I'm gonna get rid of the beat cops. The beat cops are just too slow. And then because I'm getting rid of beat cops, I may actually get rid of the power of justices because I don't actually need. I mean, I only have like a few cards that actually require resources. I'm gonna put 3 Spycraft in because I'm not dealing with this shit. Full stop. Full stop. I'm not. Not a preparation card, is it? It is. Fuck it. Agent Coulson's coming in. Done with this. Done with this. I'm also gonna look at my leadership cards. This may be a time for Beta Ray Bill. He's expensive. But Adam Warlock I don't have any time to really play Adam Warlock. Like I physically he just never comes out. He's never worth it. But a Beta Ray Bill might be more worth it because I get to attack I remove 2 threats if he kills a minion. What other cards may I have? Inspiring Presence. I think I'm going to remove Adam Warlock for Beta Ray Bill. I don't even know what kind of a play that is. But alright. So this is going to be the play right here. We are going to... Where's my tabletop? Here you go. Reload. This will be the final game that we play. And then I'm going to go cry myself to sleep. Because at this point, that's basically what this horrendous deck requires from me. So I'm putting in Spycrafts. And the reason why I'm putting in Spycrafts is because I need Fanaticism to just leave me alone. I cannot with that card. That card is literally the bane of my existence. Congratulations. Yeah. But that's gonna have to be the play. Is so wait, which one? This is the Spycraft deck. And this might work. Oh, I felt miserable. I don't know, but I feel like okay. Last recording of the night. Let's go. Final countdown. Greetings, everybody. Welcome to Marvel Champions. We are back with the final scenario of Galaxy's Most Wanted. That is Ronan the Accuser. We are playing this in standard mode, standard campaign. I've tried a few games against Expert, and it's been rough. Even the ones in standard have also been quite rough. But we did some deck changes to both decks, so we'll see how that plays out. In terms of the setup for this encounter, the Power Stone starts on the first player, starts on Spider-Woman in this case. Ronan starts with the Universal Weapon, so he has Stalwart. And we have the Kree Supremacy with 12, and the Pinter Maneuver with 7 because we ended with 3 evasion counters from Nebula. Peter Parker has the You Stand Accused card facing him because he ended the Nebula encounter with the Power Stone. So with that, let's shuffle all our cards up and begin the run against Ronan. Inconspicuous Spycraft. You may have seen that card's new to the deck. Because yes, ladies and gentlemen, we are playing Spycraft. Not only are we playing Spycraft in the deck, we're gonna actually be playing Spycraft. No joke. Okay. Well, we have a lot of money on this side of the board. Nothing to spend it on. So let's get rid of these cards and hope we draw into something that actually requires money to play. Nope, not really. That's cool to know. Alright. Jessica starts. We'll look at the top card. You stand accused. That will be a boost card against somebody. Flip up. Create a solution. I'll draw a card. He has tough. I'll remove the tough. Deal 3 damage. Okay. I am going to use self-propelled glide to play a spycraft. You better believe I'm playing spycraft. Now here's the annoying part. I don't actually have enough threat to remove all the threat off. Well, I guess Tiger could remove 1 off. Yeah, Tiger could remove 1. So 3, 6. So I don't have to play Inconspicuous technically. So I could play Pheromones. But it's a You Stand Accused is the card. That's a bit of a rough card to come at us. He'll attack me or he'll make a really strong attack. I'm going to go get to my better adjustment. Venom Blast. 5 damage. Okay. So that's 1, 2. So I'm at a 3, 4. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Plus 3. 7. That's enough. Boom. Okay. Peter's turn. Scientist resource to play at May. Flip up. 2 plus 1 to play Tigra. And I'm going to attack for 2. Attack for 2. So that's 4 damage. Bring him down to 16. Get rid of toe-to-toe. Ready everything. And Spidey Sense. Okay. Heavy Cannon. Not bad. Energy, Finesse for Justice. And then Self-Propelled Glide. Okay. 4 on. Initial attack against Spider-Woman. So card. I'm going to defend. We know I have 2, so I have a 3 defense. 3 defense against 3. Get an extra boost card. Give an extra boost card. Plus 3 boost icons. Am I dead? Like on the first turn? No joke. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8, 3 defense. I take 5 damage. We minus 6, and he takes the Power Stone. That would have been a good turn for target acquired. Initial attack against Spider-Man. He draws a card. I'm just going to take it at this point. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Probably shouldn't have taken it, but the Power Stone cannot be unattached from Ronan. Oh, it is attached, so it comes in with 6. I must exhaust Milano. I'm not taking the attack. I'm going to Spider-Man to play a hand Spider Sense to cancel that one. He comes in with 7. Oh, cool. I'll draw another one. That's fun. Okay. So I draw a card because he attacks me. The money. Okay. 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna defend it. 5, 6. So I take 3 damage. Wait a minute. It's +1. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 3, 4. I'm dead. What just happened? I didn't even make it 1 turn. Was it the spycraft? Was it the spycraft that like betrayed me? Could it have been the spycraft that was like, I hope you weren't planning on actually playing more than 1 game this time, because little do you know, I'm about to make your life hell. I have no words for this. I'm gonna Google something. Yeah, that's the problem. Like, he's just not, it's as opposed to like someone trying to actually like crush you with their ultimate wrath. Ronan just punches you around and just, it's just not like, it's just not fun. Like, I do not know what they expect you to do to actually, I mean, at this point I'm just gonna bring in, but then like you say that, but then you go, well, okay, who do you bring in? Strange? Captain America? End of the day, the issue isn't the, I don't think it's the cause. It's the fact that it's just not fun. Like, it just, okay. Greetings, everybody. Welcome to Marvel Champions. We're here with the last scenario of Galaxy's Most Wanted, Ronan the Accuser. This scenario, I'll be honest, is a bit of a grind. We're playing this in standard mode, standard campaign, and we have made some deck changes to both Spider-Woman and Spider-Man in an attempt to make it so they can actually beat this. We did play some expert. It was essentially proved to be pointless. So we're going to try and stand it and see how it goes. So, let's begin. Spycraft, right off the bat. You may have seen that card is a new card. And there's a reason why it's in this deck, because double Spycraft. Not what I really want, but it's fine. Do we want the... We'll keep the Pheromone just in case. Short Gamble actually is a pretty decent card now. Okay. Swinging... Oh, a swinging Web Kick. We could technically... Oh. Do we? No joke. Do we just double swinging Web Kick into his face and just do 16 damage? Do we, is this what we're gonna do? I don't have create a solution, do I? No. I'm doing it. You know, I've been at this for almost like over 3 hours. We're doing this. So wait a minute. If I short gamble to swing a Web Kick, I need 3 more resources. That's 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna get rid of. I'm gonna get rid of target acquire. Hope maybe I draw into a double. Double. Okay. So this is the plan. Step 1, look at the top card of the deck. Assault, great card. Flip up. I am going to go. I could just also Venom Blast him, just like fuck the threat right now. Do I do this? I'm doing it. You know what? Attack. Breaks the tough. Venom Blast for 5. Milano to remove 3 threat off here. And then we're going to play Spycraft. Peter's turn. Nothing. Flip up. Safeguard. To give us both tough because we're YOLOing this. And I draw a card. Okay. Sure Gamble. The next card played this phase reduces the cost by 3. Swinging Web Kick for 8. 3 brings them down to 15. Then I'm going to spend 1, 2, 3. Play another Swinging Web Kick for 8. And then attack for 2. That's 10 damage. Brings him down to 5. And that's it. I know this obviously is like the worst, like this isn't gonna work, but you know what will be and a backflip. Oh my god. You know what would make this even better? If I drew into if I had drawn into Godslayer. Agent Coulson, flip out the next Spycraft. Let's go. Alright, so it's 4, 5, 6, brings up to 7. Attacks Spider Woman, double cards. Attach the Power Stone to the user. Bing. 2, 3, 4. Hits the tough. Initiates attack against Spider-Man, draws a card. Plus 3, so it's 4 outlaw damage. 2, 3, 4, 7. I'll just let the tough eat it. And then 1, 2, 1 extra card each. Pincer maneuver. I will. You know what? Because I have Coulson in my hand, am I going to play Coulson actually? Like real talk. Am I? Yeah. I want to cancel Pincer maneuver. Villain schemes. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 brings up to 13. Technically, they're not advanced. Then I draw another card from the counter deck. Exhaust, Surge, Surge. I want to take 1 damage. Okay. Surge. The villain attacks you. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just to recap, I went through 7 cards. Stand accused, he attacks me, I draw a card. 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll back. Come on, backflip it. Fanaticism, I'll onrush that. This card gains Surge. I was gonna say, watch it be like the next second Fanaticism. I would literally. Obviously, this is gonna work. Like, let's be real. This was me just sticking around. Which is kind of annoying. I don't know why I went through all the hassle. Because I know I'm not gonna. I think. I mean, does the spycraft actually matter? I don't know. Either way, I am going to probably make a quick video and then call it a night. Because Hero Points is rendered. Book 1 review is published. Oh yeah, isn't it the Critical Role finale tonight? Alright. So I'm just trying to think what video do I want to record? Do we have any like Marvel news? Could we call a City of Mist one? Think it's worth it? Maybe? Maybe we could do another Pathfinder video. That way we have another, like... Actually, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm going to make a video showing how to set up a game in Tabletop Simulator of Marvel Champions. Brilliant. That's a good idea, actually. I like that idea. Let me just get rid of the slaughter of videos that was just recorded. Okay. Greetings everybody, Rob here from Sage Tower Games, and today I'm making a video a bit different, not a Marvel Champions playthrough, but instead showing you guys how you can play Marvel Champions on Tabletop Simulator. So I downloaded a custom script of the game through the Steam Workshop. The one that I personally use is the Marvel Champions scripted one by Pwn Star Hero. And he does have a little guide that kind of shows you how to actually work through and how to actually play it. But I'm going to kind of go through it for you guys as well. So the first thing to note is you hit the start button over here. It'll then ask you how many players you want to play with. In my case, I usually do two-handed solo, so I pick 2 players. Then it says select heroes, villains, and your modules. At this point, I like to move this out of the way just so I have the border clear. And then in my case, I'm going to go over here to the villains and pick a hero that I want to play against. So because the Galaxy's Most Wanted is new, it's kind of hasn't been fully mapped yet, but it's still there. In this case, I am going to start with the one from the core set, just so you guys are familiar with it, the Ultron. And you can see it has S for standard, E for expert. I'm going to hit the E for expert. When you hit that button, it automatically places and sets up the Ultron scheme. You have Ultron set up, Crimson Cowl, the Ultron drones is here, as well as you have little up drones and upgrade drone tokens to kind of represent what the drones are. Now next is to pick your heroes. So the way I do it is you sit at a spot. I usually like to do the first 2 spots in the middle, put your name there. And you go over, you have 2 options. First I like to do is get the table set up. So say I want to play with, and again, all the heroes are here, and you can see that the new heroes from the Galaxy's Most Wanted pack and beyond haven't been mapped up yet with assets. So say I want to play with Doctor Strange. You have the starter and constructed. Starter means the cards that come in the pack that they originally came with. Constructed means it's going to be your own constructed deck. So in my case, let's just say Doctor Strange constructed. So that happens, it sets up a mat, it sets up your health token, your identity card. In this case, because I picked constructed, it gave me the 15 signature cards, and of course in Doctor Strange's case, the invocation deck. I'm going to then switch over here to the green seat, and then I'm going to pick somebody else. Let's, for this case, pick Captain America, and let's do Starter to show you that one. So you hit S, and it's gonna play you Captain America, sets up, and this time it's gonna give you the whole 40 card deck that Captain America starts the game with, or starts in his pack. And this, for those of you that only a bit not familiar with how tabletop simulator commands work, you can click and pick up a card. You hit F to flip a card over. You can use Q and E to rotate a card. I would suggest making sure the rotation degrees is at 90 degrees. So that way when you exhaust something, it's perfect 90-degree exhaust. You can also click and hold, and that'll, well, it will if my mouse works. Click and hold to move a whole stack at once. And then you can do, on a stack of cards, you can click on R, and that will randomize or shuffle the deck, basically. Now, the last thing to do is to put a module encounter set. It says under attack, but you can choose whichever one you want. In my case, let us put in, let's just put in Master of Time, let's say. Let's do under attack, since that's what we're doing. You click on it, and the cards will automatically be added to the encounter set. You can always right-click and search just to look up and make sure all the cards that should be in the deck are in the deck. Ultron's cards, under attack, the side schemes, the obligation cards, and the standard and expert cards in this case. Then you can look up here, make sure everything's in, flip it over, and then you can kind of have it all set up. These are locked in place. If you never need a card to be unlocked, you just right click and unclick the lock section, and then it'll be movable at that point. The last two things I want to talk about in this video is over here. This is the Cerebro input. For those of you that build your decks on Marvel CDB, which I do as well, you can actually input the deck ID to get that deck built in here. In my case, for instance, I can put in a number, and I can pull in this case, it's my Spider-Woman deck from my Galaxy's Most Wanted run that comes in fully built, and I can drag that in to, let's replace the cards that are over here. If your deck is public, then you just switch this to public. But if you're not publicly sharing the deck, you just build it for yourself, keep it private, just put the deck ID from the Marvel CDB website. And just in case that is a bit confusing for people, it does say it right here on page 5, kind of shows you what it means in terms of how to put it in. The last thing I want to show is the campaigns. They do have both campaigns set up. I'm going to show Rise of the Reds. I'll start Galaxy Most Wanted because it's the newest one. You hit begin, and it automatically sets up all the cards, has the campaign book over here, the campaign tracker. In the case of Galaxy's Most Wanted, it has the market all set up with costs, the Badoon Headhunters, and the campaign challenges. So you can just click and drag it into what it has to be in. Up here is if you want to build your deck in actual, in Tabletop Simulator. I suggest you don't. I'll be honest. It's probably easier just to build it in Marvel CDB and input it through Cerebro. That's probably the best way to do it. So the last thing you can do is you can hit this little button here in the corner. That removes the table image if it's a bit too busy for you. That's another good way to make it a bit simpler for you to look at, or if you're recording it, streaming it, might be easier for people to follow along. While you're playing this game, if you ever need to look at a card closely, you can mouse over it and hit the Alt key, and it'll bring it up, zoom in to your face to show you the card up close. Both up here next to the villain and down by you are various tokens. These will basically replace the tokens that come with the game. Whenever you don't need a token, you can just toss it in the black hole and it's gone. These little buttons are different ones that allow you to kind of go through. The first one gives you the first player token. And then when you click on it, it puts it on your space. So basically it shows you who's first player. The ready icon is for, like, say you've done your turn and you play some cards, right? You hit ready, it readies all the cards on your mat. If the card isn't on your mat, it's not going to ready it. The yellow card gives you an encounter card from the deck. The red card is supposed to, I think, get rid of them, but I've never had much success with that, so I just always manually drag it out to the discard pile. Likewise, you can use this to get a boost icon for Ultron. I just click and open it, same thing, and then X gets rid of it. The last button on here is the advanced button. Once you bring Ultron's or whoever your villain's health down to 0, you can hit advance and it'll actually get rid of that one and set up the new one with the new health automatically for you. Again, this sometimes might get a little bit buggy. Sometimes I usually might just drag it out over here to the side and reset the health manually if I have to. But that's a quick way to do it. You may be wondering what this little chest is. You can see if you zoom in there what it says. It says Nemesis. These are what the Nemesis scheme cards are. So when you draw Shadows of the Past, you can just click, drag, pulls out the whole stack. And then you can just, put the minion in play, put the side scheme out, take the cards, flip them, put them in the deck, hit R to shuffle them, and then you set up your Nemesis cards in the deck. You can see the same things down here, like I said. I will say, as a bit of a heads up for you guys, the ones by the players are better fit for the actual player cards, when the ones up by the villain are actually more for the villain. So it's like, you'll see if I take this tough card and bring it down here, it's a lot bigger than the one from the one I just dragged up. So a little word for the wise in that regard. And that is essentially how you can play Marvel Champions on Tabletop Simulator. I hope you guys have enjoyed looking at this, giving you a bit of a good setup, a good foundation for how to play the game, and a lot of fun to play this game. So thank you guys for watching, and be sure, if you are interested in Marvel Champions, to like this video and subscribe to the channel for a lot more Marvel Champions content. Thank you guys for watching.